So in this video, we are going to learn how to add Jotform submission in MongoDB. Let's say you have created an online form using Jotform and you want that whenever you get a new form submission, you want to add the form responses in your MongoDB database. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. In this automation, as we are going to receive a new form submission in Jotform, automatically with the same details, we are going to create a record in MongoDB with the form responses. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this complete automation all by yourself, for that, you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is a form which I've created using Jotform. So this is just a simple course registration form. And using this form, users can enter their details and select the course for which they want to register for. Now I want that whenever I get a new form submission, a new response using this form, I want to add the same form responses in my MongoDB database. Now to do this, we have to connect our Jotform with MongoDB. And we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration platform to do so. So here you can see we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard, and to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link on the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just create your free Pabbly Connect account in 2 minutes. After creating your account and coming to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. For that, just click on this Create Workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as Jotform to MongoDB. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then just select the folder of the Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create this automation and click on Create. And as you click on Create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, you can see we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Jotform with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever we are going to receive a new form submission, a new form response in this Jotform, automatically the same form responses will be received inside Pabbly Connect and this automation workflow will trigger. It will start. Then after that, using this Pabbly Connect automation, we are going to send the details of the same form submission and add those form responses in our MongoDB database in the next step. So let's see how it is done. Here in trigger window in Choose App, search for Jotform and select it. After selecting Jotform in trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as new response. After selecting a trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And using this webhook URL, we are going to connect the form which we have created using Jotform with Pabbly Connect workflow. And to add this webhook URL in Jotform, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy the webhook URL from here and go to your Jotform account. Now in Jotform, I have created this particular form whose responses I want to add in MongoDB. After creating your form, just go to Settings, and after coming to Settings from the left sidebar, we'll go to Integrations. After coming to the Integrations page, what we have to do? We have to search for the integration of webhooks. So let's search for webhooks over here and select it. After selecting webhooks, here in this Add Webhook field, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which we have received from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. And after pasting this webhook URL, click on Complete Integration. And as you click on Complete Integration, this webhook URL is now added in the form which we have created using Jotform. This means Jotform is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. And here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, you can see it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to capture some response for a new form submission from Jotform. So let's do it. I'll just go to this form and we are going to open this form in preview mode. And now we are going to make a test form submission, a dummy form submission. Let's say the name of the person is demo user who is making the form submission. This is the email address and this is a dummy mobile number which we are entering. Now the date of birth is, for example, 5th of Feb 1998. Let me select any date over here. The gender is, for example, male. And here we have a drop down for courses as well. So let's say I want to select the course as Python for everybody. So just now in this form, we have entered the details of a dummy user. Now let's click on submit. And as you click on submit, here you can see the form submission is done. Using this form, just now we received a new form submission. And we'll go to our Pabbly Connect workflow, and here in trigger step as well, you can see we have received some response. And in this response, you can see the details of the exact same form submission. Here you can see the same name demo user, you can see the same email address, same course, same gender, same phone number, and also the same date of birth as well. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is true, where we have successfully captured the response of a new form submission from Jotform in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to send these same form responses and add it in MongoDB. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this action step, and here in choose app, we'll search for MongoDB over here. Just select it. After selecting MongoDB in action event from the drop-down, select the action event as create record. Then just click on connect and select add new connection. Now here, we have to connect our MongoDB account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the connection string of our MongoDB account. Now connection string will be something like this. And if you want to know how you can get your connection string, for that, just click on this learn more button in the help text below. The clicking on learn more button will open it in a new tab and it will take you to a page on our forum. At this page, you can see a step-by-step guide that how you can connect your MongoDB account with Pabbly Connect. So to get started with this connection, first we have to enter the connection string. Now to get the connection string, we'll go to a MongoDB account, and before getting the connection string from the left sidebar, we'll go to network access. After coming to network access, we have to add our current IP address in our MongoDB account. For that, just click on this add IP address button, click on this add current IP, and then just click on confirm. And as we click on confirm, here you can see our current IP address is being added in our MongoDB account. Now let's wait for this IP address status to be changed to active, and it is done. After adding this IP address, we'll go to clusters, and from clusters, we'll go to the database in which we want to basically add the details. So this is the first cluster over here. First get the connection URL. So we'll just click on this connect over here, go to drivers, and here you can see the connection string. So what we have to do, we have to just copy the connection string from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And here in this connection string, here we have to enter the username as you can see over here. After username, here we have to enter the password of this cluster. And here in this same connection string, after .NET/ and before question mark, we have to enter the database name. So you can refer to the help text. It is clearly mentioned that we have to enter the username. Then after a colon, we have to enter the password of our cluster. And then here we have to enter the database name. So username is already entered. I'll just enter the password over here. And after password, here we have to enter the name of the database. So in my MongoDB account, I have created some databases over here. Let me just go to browse collection, and from here, we'll get the name of the database in which we want to add the Jotform responses. So here you can see I have this database named as registration, and then here in this database, I have this particular collection over here that is named as Jotform. So here the name of the database is registration. So I'll just copy the same name, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. So in this connection string, we have added the username and password of our cluster and also the name of the database. After entering these details, let's click on save. And as we click on save, here you can see our MongoDB account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. Now, after making the connection, it is asking us for the collection name. That in this particular database, in which particular collection we want to add these details. So in this database, I have this collection named as Jotform, in which we want to add the details. We want to add the data of form responses. So I'll just copy the same collection name over here and paste it over here. After entering the collection name and making the connection, it is asking us for the custom JSON or custom data. So we have to send the details of the form submission to MongoDB in custom JSON. Now here in this field of custom JSON, you can basically create a complete JSON body with all the key value pairs and add the details, add the responses of form submission which we have received in Jotform in the previous step. Or what you can do, you can use this custom data field. Here you just have to turn this mapping button on and clear the default response. And then here you have to enter all the keys, all the fields for which you want to send the data, add the data in MongoDB. Like I want to mention or add the details of the name. Then after a comma, I want to mention the details of email, then comma. Then using comma, we'll just mention or separate all the fields over here. Then we have mobile number, we have date of birth. Then after date of birth, the next field which we had on our form was gender. Let's enter gender and the course name. So these are the details which I want to add from form responses. These details of form submission I want to add in MongoDB. So as we enter these fields separated by comma in this custom data field over here, you can see all of these fields are added. So fields with the same name are added below. And now one by one, all the responses of form submission which we have received from Jotform, one by one, we can basically add all of these details, all of these responses in this MongoDB database over here. Now to add the details, what we have to do, we'll use a simple process of mapping. We'll just click on this field of name, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses of a new form submission which we have received from Jotform. Out of all of these responses, select the response of first name and it will be mapped. Then we are going to add a space and then map the response of last name over here. Then it is asking us for the email, so we'll just click on this field of email, and from the drop down, select the response of email address and map it. Then we are going to map the response of mobile number, so let's search for the response of mobile number, here it is, and map it. Then let's map the date of birth as well. So in date of birth, first we are going to map the day, then we are going to add a slash, then month, slash, year. Then it is asking us for the gender, so we have the field of gender over here. Let's select the gender as male and course name as well. So map the response of course name over here too. So here it is, the course name. So in this way, we have basically mapped all the details, all the fields or all the form responses which we have received from Jotform. First, we have created fields. In custom data, we have entered comma separated name for all of these fields. And as we do that, you can see all the fields are added. And in their respective fields, we have mapped all the details. After mapping all the details, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we are going to receive some response over here. And the response is received. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here, basically the form responses which we have received from Jotform, is now added in our MongoDB database. So let's check it. We'll go to MongoDB and we'll just refresh this page once. And yes, here you can see that in our MongoDB database, the same details, the same form responses are added. We have the same name, same email address, same phone number, same date of birth, gender, and the same course for which they made the form submission they have registered for. This means the automation workflow which we have created between Jotform and MongoDB using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. Now after setting up this automation, we are going to test this automation workflow once. For that, I'll just go to the form once again, and then instead of previewing the form, let's publish this form over here, and we'll open this form in a new tab. And we are going to make another form submission. This time the name of the person is test customer, for example. Email address is this, test@pabblytudes.com. Then this is a dummy mobile number which we are entering. After that, let's select a random date of birth over here and the year as well. So let's select a random year. The gender is, for example, female, and course is, for example, web developer bootcamp. So just now we have entered the details of another user over here in Jotform. Let's click on submit. And as we click on submit, here you can see we are going to receive a new form submission in Jotform. And as we get a new form submission, a new form response, using this Pabbly Connect automation, instantly the same form responses will be added in MongoDB. So we'll just go to MongoDB, we'll just refresh this page once. And yes, here you can see in our MongoDB database, just now another record is added. In this record, we have the same form responses received from Jotform. We have the same name, same email, same phone number, same date of birth, same gender, and same course name as well. So in this way, you can see that the automation workflow which we have created, it is working perfectly fine. And we have tested this automation in real time. So not just these applications, you can basically connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.